Hello everyone, Ahmad here, bringing you another speedrun tutorial. This time we're going to learn the NES Shatterhand. Before we get to the actual run though, let's go ahead and talk about the basic mechanics. Our character, Steve Herman, can only punch without his power suit, but thankfully the melee combat is pretty well done, and the hit detection is satisfyingly good. When you press B, Steve will do a normal punch, and after 3 normal punches he will perform a haymaker, which is a lot more powerful punch, though also a lot slower than regular punches. Ideally you would always want to use normal punches when going fast, and haymakers when dealing maximum amount of damage. Steve can jump quite high, and you can control the height of his jump by holding the A button. However, the first jump after starting a level or a boss is always a super jump, meaning Steve will jump slightly higher no matter how long you hold the A button. Keep this in mind so it doesn't come as a big surprise. You can get rid of the super jump by simply jumping once. On every stage we want to pay attention to our health and the amount of coins we have. Coins we need to purchase our red vest, which doubles our punching power, and health pads for health refills. There are also extra life pads, but we don't really need them. The red vest can take 2 hits, 3rd hit will remove the power up and you'll continue with the normal green vest. The less health and coins you have at the end of the stage, the better, because the game will count them down after clearing a stage, so ideally you would only have 1 health and 0 coins left. Unfortunately, there are also cases where you really want to collect the coins because they are causing too much lag on the screen. We'll get to that later. Finally, let's talk about the letters before we start. Steve can find alpha and beta letters from these white boxes. You can change the letter by simply punching them. If you punch too many times, the letter will turn into a coin, a big coin. Once collected, the letters will appear at the top of your screen. When you have all 3 of them, a little satellite bot will appear right next to you. This little guy will help you with your overall DPS, as you don't have to rely on your fists alone. When you collect the same combination twice without losing your bot, Steve will get his power suit, which basically destroys everything and anything, including bosses. Though every hit you take while wearing this armor will drop your remaining seconds down. There are several different letter combinations and bots you can use, but in this tutorial we're just going to focus on 2 of them. ABA, which is a sword bot, and AAB, which is a laser bot. If you don't feel comfortable with these strats and maybe look for an easier way to get through the game, I would strongly suggest trying out the grenade bot, BBB, or ABB, which gives you the Rico bot that shoots bouncing boomerangs. Now let's get started with the intro stage. Start holding right before you spawn and jump in front of this enemy. Be sure to be close enough to take damage from him at the same time. This will also get rid of our super jump. Now jump over this first coin box and punch to kill the approaching enemy. Collect the drop coin and open the box. Here you can gamble by punching once and taking whichever letter appears. If it's A, continue. If it's B, reset. The time save is around half a second, so if you don't care about that, just pick up A and continue. These silos will take 4 normal punches or 2 haymakers. As stated before, haymakers are slow, so jump against them instead and try to get off 4 punches. 1 while jumping up and 3 while falling down. Do not mash like crazy and find a proper rhythm for your punches. I can't stress this enough when learning this run. Always tap, never mash. Continue by jumping on top of this box and do a long jump. Then punch this wall enemy once before landing. Now jump again and try to destroy the silo mid-air. Wait and jump to take damage from the enemy while collecting the coin at the same time. Now you should have 100 coins. Destroy the next silo and jump to reach the first red vest pad. Kneel down to spend your coins and acquire the power up. Jump punch to kill the next 2 enemies and run forward. Drop down and turn around to punch the spawning drone. It's fine if you don't get the drone right here, but you do need to destroy it here. Otherwise you'll start losing too much time because of the lag it causes. I strongly recommend jump dropping near corners because Steve can actually push himself into the wall a bit every time you do this, saving some frames in the process. Now see this valve here? jump just a bit past it, so the next running enemy will cover more ground. This will make sure you will pick up the next coin and avoid causing too much lag on the screen. Jump punch the next enemy and destroy the silo with delayed punches. Once again, making sure the next enemy covers extra ground so you can collect the coin drop. Run in front of this enemy, destroy it and the silo at the same time. Turn around and destroy the drone before doing a small jump to avoid touching these platforms. Not a big deal if you do though. Hold left and jump over the box. Grab the fence by holding up or pressing A. Holding up is definitely the recommended input and you'll learn why on the next stage. Do another grab and jump punch the small silo. Same with the bigger silo. Here you want to grab the fence from a specific spot so you can do a full jump through this big enemy without touching the ground, saving a few extra frames. Then do a full jump here and after taking damage from the enemy, buffer your next jump by holding A when Steve is on the ground. Run behind this enemy and wait until he is at the edge of the platform, then jump punch him to avoid the coin he drops. Zigzag your way down and hold left. When you're aligned with this corner here, start holding right and after landing, a small jump to reach the teleporter. The Balzire is a pretty easy boss, but the execution can be really tricky. You want to push him against the right side wall with a haymaker, but once again, you cannot do this simply by mashing. Sure, sometimes you do get lucky doing so, but believe me, tapping your B button is so much more consistent. Start by holding right and jumping when Steve reaches this background lamp. Remember, your first jump is always a super jump, but hold A either way. When you're right in front of him, punch his face in the air, and once you land, hold down and right, punching in a rhythm until you do a haymaker. This haymaker should push him against the wall. He will swing his rifle once, so wait just a little bit and run in front of him. Then simply finish the fight by punching him normally 3 times, followed by 4 haymakers. If done right, he should die before he's able to jump up and out of your reach. You will not lose too much time if he decides to jump back down immediately after. However, if he's staying up there and uses his electric attack, you will start losing seconds. Remember to be careful not to get hit by him at all, since you already took 2 hits to your red vest before. 1 more and you will lose it. We will attempt to save the vest for the next stage.